Welcome to the MSDW podcast. I'm Jason Gumpert, editor at msdynamicsworld.com. On this episode, we are talking to Jon Rastia, Senior Director of Innovation and Technology at Argano, to preview the Microsoft Power Platform Conference 2023 and learn about the company's sponsorship at the event. Argano is the sponsor of this episode, and Jon starts by telling me about the company's experiences at the first MPPC event last year. We discuss how the Power Platform itself has evolved, what customers wanted to talk about last year, and a few predictions about what attendees will learn at this year's event. Jon also shares a few details about a client story that Argano will be sharing at the event. It's an enterprise-grade solution that blends Power Platform services with other technology to really improve processes, data access, and transparency at one organization. All right, well, Jon, welcome to the podcast. Can you tell us a little about yourself and your role at Argano?
Absolutely. First off, thank you so much for having me. My name is Jon Rastia. I am the Senior Director of the Global Innovation and Technologies, primarily responsible for our go-to-market applications around the Microsoft Dynamics applications and Power Platform.
All right, excellent. Well, glad to have you here. We're here to talk a little about Argano's presence at Power Platform Conference and the conference itself, because it's still a fairly new one, but very interesting for the community. I know the Argano team was at last year's event. What were some of your impressions, and what did you think about the event coming out of it in terms of where the product was at and what the event accomplished?
Yeah. We're delighted to return to the Microsoft Power Platform Conference again. And this time, we'll be there at a higher sponsorship level than last year as a silver sponsorship. And last year's premier event was really eye-opening for us. And we learned a lot more about what clients are facing challenges with. Some of our booth visitors last year were either just getting started in using the Power Platform and were looking for some general guidance and training resources, while many others were already utilizing the Power Platform in some way, shape, or form and came to the conference to solve very specific challenges that they ran into. As an example, we had a lot of questions last year around custom app development, the Power Page automated workflow, and data governance strategy, as well as questions around how to best unify those systems with custom apps or pulling their data in insights and analytics for dashboarding from those disparate systems.
So some very interesting, or some very practical, I should say, questions and queries that customers were bringing. That's a really interesting observation. Do you see any big changes from last year when it comes to what the community might be talking about or what the Power Platform services are really looking like going into this year's event?
Yeah, great question. I mean, looking at Microsoft's product line last year included a lot of the recent, releases out of the Power Platform's Power Pages, and we even had a good number of booth attendees last year ask us around a lot of the Power Pages governance, like automated workflows, with security roles. Also, there were some new features released last year's conference, including co-authoring, which brought Office application capabilities into the Power Apps, as well as the ability to edit adaptive cards right from within inside Power Apps or Power Automate. I see a lot of like AI and co-pilot capabilities really being a lot of the talk tracks in this year's conference.
Yeah, I can't imagine Copilot being anything but one of the top talking points, especially from Microsoft, and probably something that customers will have a lot of questions about because it's new and probably a lot of them haven't worked too much with it yet. Well, that was really my next question. What do you plan to be talking to the attendees about in terms of how they're going to and how they have been investing, maybe how they're going to invest in Power Platform?
Looking at like across the board, AI has really done some interesting, changes, throughout our industry, throughout the past, few years, very heavily this year. So I see a lot of our attendees looking at where they can leverage AI into their corporate strategies. We've heard a lot about, a lot of pieces like how they want to automate a lot of the capabilities. But really interestingly enough, I think a lot of companies right now are just looking at what is their AI strategy that they're going to be deploying across their multiple departments.
The sense I get, and you can let me know what you think, is that I think companies are very, very interested in putting some of these newer capabilities to use in their companies. I don't think they all know exactly what their first project is going to be or what the real huge opportunity is to see transformative change from it yet. I think that's something that seems like a lot of customers are still trying to evaluate. Is that your impression too?
100%. Yeah, we see a lot of our customers, looking at this, and we're really kind of urging them to, take the process of the whole, crawl, walk, run kind of a, approach to it. Because again, AI, looks at in terms of the automation capabilities, it's got the predictability, it's got there's so many different components really to it, that we've got to look at very specific use cases across those departments and really see where it happens. I think Microsoft's introduction to the AI to make it very, very practical through the Copilot capabilities is a great way to start. We've had many great implementations around injecting Copilot AI capabilities into their customer service and sales, and now it's kind of reaching even further out into marketing, field service, into the finance, supply chain management, and even to a lot of the Power Platform applications, such as the Power Virtual Agents, being able to actually create topics where your chatbot, whether that be through telephony or your chat digital experiences, having them create automatically based upon just entering in what challenges you're facing, and gives you a really good starting point. And I think that in terms of how companies can start to leverage just those beginning pieces, really allows them to kind of expand into the much larger AI components.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's even more. I mean, I know you were just touching on a few examples there, but I can even think of a couple others in terms of Power Automate and some of the process mining AI that Microsoft says it's bringing out. Power Pages, as you already touched on, seems like it has even more authoring, perhaps, and other elements coming to it, perhaps integrated with, like you said, Power Virtual Agents. So yeah, so much to potentially learn about at this year's Power Platform Conference. Yep. I understand Argano also has a presentation at the event, a customer case study. Can you tell me a little about what people will be learning at that session?
Yeah, we'll be showcasing a recent client study that provides a great example of how we leverage the Power Platform to create some custom tools for the tech services client named Group O, tools that lead to an 80% increase in their productivity. Some of the examples that we're going to be showing on this, and the Group O partnered with Argano to facilitate its cloud migration and much more, along with orchestrating its move from an on-premise ERP to Dynamics 365 Finance. Argano's Fast Track Solutions architects also worked with Group O to digitize all their onboarding processes, as well as automate master data management. Using the Power Apps, Argano built an automated vendor and customer onboarding and maintenance system, along with custom workflows to help automate attached business processes, improve integration with the Dynamics 365, and also increase data transparency and improve the productivity. Prior to partnering with Argano, Group O's onboarding process could have taken up to 4 weeks. Now with its new low-code app and Dynamics, it's optimized its process to as little as 3 days. So that easily is seen as a productivity increase of over 80% and sometimes even more. So Group O is now able to more quickly create new vendor customer requests, search and create modify requests, or extend an extended vendor customer to another legal entity. And I think on top of that, it really enjoys the increase in transparency, resulting in more actionable data and easy to find and easy to understand audit trails.
All right. So really an enterprise grade story there, pulling a lot of pieces together. Pretty interesting. And I hope I can catch that one and learn more about it, because it sounds like a big effort, and one that really kind of, like I said, uses the full range of business applications tools from Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean, as part of their data transformation strategy, being able to leverage all the Microsoft Power Platform and other components with inside that ecosystem. Yeah, they were easily able to push that strategy out.
So, John, is there anything else you can tell us about Argano's presence at the event, maybe about the team, and how the Power Platform practice at the firm has evolved?
Yeah. If you're attending this year, we'd love to discuss your low-code development and data analytics strategy with you at our booth located at 313. At our booth, we're going to discuss what brought attendees to the conference this year and what challenges they are facing, who we are, why you would want to partner with us, and what solutions and services we have to address your business challenges. So let's first take a look at who we are. We are Argano, an award-winning business applications Microsoft partner with 300 team members within our Microsoft Tower and about 1,500 more employees across our other dedicated technology towers, including Oracle, SAP, and Salesforce. The Argano for Microsoft team, as part of Argano, is a 2-time Microsoft Partner of the Year winner and Inner Circle Business Applications partner with proven experience in Dynamics 365, Power Platform, Azure, and unifying the unified customer experience with operations with continued improvement efficiencies via robust managed services. We have everything needed to maximize your clients' existing Microsoft technology investments and deep industry knowledge and expertise across manufacturing, distribution, life sciences, financial services, and retail. Why partner with us? Well, as a low-code application development leader, we have obtained Microsoft's highly coveted advanced specializations in low-code application development and in intelligent automation. We have 11 Power Platform solution architects, 3 Microsoft certified trainers that have delivered over 250 hours of training total to date. Argano is also a certified delivery partner for most of the available Power Platform in-a-day workshops. App in a day, bot in a day, you name it, we do it. We teach it, deliver it, and make it happen for you.
All right, John. Well, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. And I'll look for you at the show.
All right. Thank you so much, Jason, for having me.
This has been another episode of the MSDW podcast. My thanks once again to Jon Rastia for joining me. For more information on Argano's presence at MPPC 2023, including a special event that they're running, or to check out their announcement on MSDW, we will post a link in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to get in touch with me, you can send me an email, jgumpert@msdynamicsworld.com. For all of our updates, please do follow us on social media. Until next time, this is MS Dynamics World, signing off.